Defensively, we had a lot of things to clean up, so that was a bit discouraging. Um, so we've got a lot of improving to do still on both sides, but I did think that there were some neat things offensively yesterday. Um, I'm not sure how much of that had to do with the offense's execution and tempo, or the defense's lack of execution on their side. So it's hard for me to ever feel great unless with when you're trying to look at the big picture. Special teams were pretty solid. Gary kicked the ball extremely well yesterday. So did Nathan. So Gleason was okay, but it was a solid day.
What's the update on CJ?
CJ Moore. CJ had surgery this week to repair a torn pec muscle, and then we'll just see how that rehab comes. I'm not ready to say how long that is. I don't really know, and he does have a red shirt year, so that will play into it too, depending on what point of the season we're in, and we'll do what's best for the program and the kid when that time comes.
What does his absence mean in terms of personnel back there?
We've moved Jarian Street to defensive to one of the safeties too, and very athletic young kid. Hasn't been here this summer, so he's a little behind, but we think he's got potential to be good. But we really hadn't juggled a whole lot of things around. It just hurts us on our depth. He was definitely in the too deep, so that's something that you never want to happen. It's the constant struggle of how do you prepare your team for an opening game like we have, be physical, get things done, and then try to keep as many healthy as you can. But we've got some good young talent back there, I think, but we haven't really had to mix with the rotation too much yet. We'll see how that goes.
How are Pack and Eisworth looking?
Eisworth has not been released to go yet, so he's still dealing with a hamstring. Pack's had a really good camp. He's going to have a pin put in his thumb tomorrow, which will keep him out a little while, but he's had a good camp.
Be back in the opener.
Man, I'm always hesitant to say when they're going to be back, but that's what I'm told. So I don't know, but I'm told that this is he should be back within a 10-day period.
How's Liggins coming along?
Everything looks good. I think everything's proceeding nicely there.
What'd you see from the O-line during scrimmage yesterday?
Real pleased with where they were. Thought there was some. I thought there was a lot of good things. They played hard, fast, physical. I was pleased with the O-line yesterday.
Any newer players stand out to you yesterday in the scrimmage?
Devon Penniman keeps showing up, at running back. Very physical, runs downhill, hits the hole well, has good vision. Thought Deontay Anderson showed up. He had a couple picks, actually, and in the red zone. So I think he's getting more of a feel for things. DK Metcalf continues to show up in one-on-one situations. He's so big and strong for a freshman. He doesn't have to win the route by a large margin to have a chance to have success. So those are a few.
If you didn't have the depth that you had at wide receiver right now, like say it was a couple years ago, would DK play immediately?
He sure would. Yeah, a couple years ago, no doubt. He may play this year. He keeps showing up. So we'll play the ones we need depth. And these early games, we can complain about the difficulty of our early schedule. There are some positives you really get about because of the home schedule and the non-conference combination and the on-the-road non-conference game. You can play more kids, so you've got about 5 games there where you can really play a lot of kids and keep people fresh. So that's a good thing about the schedule. And that's very difficult, but it's still a good thing.
Offensively, how have you kept the ball this point?
It has not shown up to be a deficiency. I wish it was none, but there have been a few. There were a couple picks in the red zone yesterday, and when we did our red zone competition, one was a tip ball, the other was a poor decision. So, we haven't had many fumbles. Don't like talking about that a lot, but we've protected it pretty well.
Connor go yesterday, or did you keep him out just for precaution?
Conyers or
Connor, Tony.
Yes, he went. The only time he sets out really is the 2-a-day practices like today. He'll go 1. Same thing with Conyers. And it's not that he's wanting to, it's just what we think is best. So he'll go this morning, then won't go tonight.